lineup.
Oh!
It's kinda balanced, and you can move in the map faster, something like that.
Fast
So
movement on the map for the game number 1.
Thank you so much, Brigida Delar and Rockhart. Now welcome to the casting desk. It's me, Naisu, with Ingan and Renmar here to bring you the first game, our first match of the MPL Philippines Season 15 playoffs, and we're kicking it off again with ONIC PH versus...
Reasons why we see Akimi having a hard time against assassin junglers like the Hayabusa, especially the Joy. Because as soon as King Kong is uninterrupted with the electrifying beats, there's no escape, especially if there's no flicker from that Kimi.
Yeah, it's really difficult to get away from that, and again, for ONIC Philippines, they put themselves a little bit further ahead. Nonetheless, I think it'd be great if Twisted Minds can eventually get that turret down. It's about one hit away, the mid turret for ONIC Philippines to open up some of the space to work with. The Lord is up now, though, and ONIC's already getting positioned. Again, they can just park Kelra on the opposite side of the map, hope that he's able to join with that spear once it's up. But this is the problem, too. You're working against a lot of heroes, if you're Twisted Minds, that just zone out so well. The Jushin here, of course, you got to watch out for Brusco. His flicker's available. Kirk can just take this damage, and they can hold the Lord here. Kelra's still going to push, but here's the fight.
Going in for James. James has to flicker out, and Brusco again! With a fist break, fist crack, going to bring down Hot Jeezy. The next target is James. Brusco is going to fall down, but a clapback from ONIC is here. MP the King goes in with the Templates of Blades, but cannot find a kill there. 4 members from ONIC are still here. Well, meanwhile, Kelra on the bottom lane.
Okay, Kelra spitting down bottom while ONIC Philippines have their eyes set on the Lord. Oh, no. They have to stop Kelra. Twisted Minds are going after him with the Moskov is doing his best. He takes down MP!
No! Well, yeah. Hey, he did better than I thought. At least he got one, but that was all part of the plan as ONIC Philippines gets the Lord.
Kelra! First day of the playoffs already has an amazing play up against 3. Clutch Wind of Nature was able to pin down MP the King, and fortunately for him, MP the King didn't have his Tempest of Blades.
Yeah, you can see Twisted Minds saw that clip of Eman with what he did as a Moskov 1v3. They were watching their space. That's why Kelra had to decide, I can only get one here, and he got the best target he could.
Now Kirk trying to soak up the damage. King Kong on the other hand goes in.
No way.
For the flank once again, electrifying beats. Not going to connect. SOD connects though as Kelra jumps in. They were able to take down Escalera. 1 member down for Twisted Minds.
That could have been way worse for Twisted Minds, but they still have to deal with this Lord pushing in. They're down Escalera. The turrets are going to get crashed into. Bottom one of the base is already gone. I'm not sure if ONIC Philippines wants to get in a position to end the game here. They might get another turret. Mid's going to be worked on. We'll see what Twisted Minds can do. They try to hold on, try to clear these lanes out, but another turret will fall now in the mid lane.
Yeah. They're utilizing the time that Escalera is still not in the picture, and at the same time, James doesn't have his flicker. So there's no setup here for Twisted Mind, and Kelra just cleaning up the map. 3 inhibitor turrets taken down. That's just the first Lord.
Yeah, I have a bit of an unsung hero here for the game so far. It's Brusco. He's 2-4-3. We did get to see that one big combo that was clearly the turnaround moment, favoring for ONIC Philippines. That led to them getting the Lord and getting all the towers. But it's how he's just showing up himself in the front line in the siege moments. When they were taking down the towers, he was like, all right, go ahead. Throw everything you got on me. Bring me down low. I don't care, because I'm just trying to see if I can force a reaction out of you. Because with Twisted Minds wanting to damage Brusco, that's an equal threat. Brusco can at any time go in with a fist break, flicker into the fist crack that Twisted Minds has to watch out for. So he's just doing roam things, but very bravely so.
Yeah, and apart from that, the secondary roamer Kirk also he literally learned from what Escalera did during the second turtle, the flicker in ultimate that caught ONIC off guard. That's why this time, every brush that he sees, he's going to step on it, make sure that there's no initiation angle there for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, the hard part about it is even when you're looking at these items for both the teams here, like you guys mentioned, Brusco, he's kind of just a distraction, does just pick up a Radiant Armor, so he's able to deal with some of that magic damage a little bit more, because his job is that, like, let me surprise them with my flicker, combinations that are going to come through with that Bedeng, and then also, like, Kirk, he's a menace too. Like if Brusco already did the main job, Kirk can also go in to clean up alongside King Kong, and Kelra is free to do what he wants and even play around Super Prince. And that's why this composition seems to be working out so well. Both sides, though, you could really look at it and be like, all right, both sides, both compositions have a great coverage from all the way from the early game until now even. And even in the damage profile, Outplayed is still having a good game. But he's just got to be able to go ahead and utilize this Kimmy in some of these fights.
Yeah.
Now they give up the objective, so we have to look at, all right, how are they on the base defense with this lineup? Are they where they need to be, even though they're, what, 6,000 gold behind?
One of my favorite ways to play MLBB, throw bodies. ONIC Philippines can do that. Once they get to the base with the Lord, as long as their minion waves are good, as they just need one minion wave already threatening into the range of the base, then they can just throw bodies, hero lock, while having one or two heroes trying to just focus down the base. It could be a simple end here for ONIC Philippines. Yes, they'll have to watch out the positioning of the Farsa and the Kimmy, because if they leave those unchecked, yes, it could be incredibly punishing. But again, you can throw either the Badang, the Joy, or the Hilda. Hell, throw all of them just to force the Farsa to get bursted down and the Kimmy to get bursted down, so ONIC can end this. They can end it here.
We'll see if they're going to be able to do it. Lord is in the base now. They're going to hold it down with a fettered airstrike.
Brusco again, but didn't connect with the ultimate. Now the punish from Twisted Minds. They're going to bring down the Bruiser. A mega kill coming in from King Kong though. Kelra locking on the base, and ONIC takes game 1.
Like, the hero pools we've seen in day number 1, they just... Even the Edith appearing this early on, I can't wait to see what happens.
Looked like he was going to threaten Outplay big time, but Outplay got to flicker out, and Escalera was actually peeling for his Granger. So it was great targeting by Twisted.
Another Tsunami Slam already casted there. Weak Shadow Kill as well. And here comes Kelra. Zaman Force already popped down, plus the Nether Realm. They're going to be able to bring down Hajizi. Outplay picks up one more as Kelra will be able to walk away.
Okay. They're holding on to the mid lane. Meanwhile, King Kong pushing on the other side of the map. But the focus here is that mid turret, or at least the pressure from Twisted Minds. They've got a nice little lead at 3,000 up. So ONIC, this is what they do. If they're behind, they look for whatever scraps they can find around the map, put pressure where they can. But so far, so good for Twisted Minds. The team fight capability that they have is what's really the advantage for them. The NetherRealm, time and time again, has helped them extend those fights enough. And Escalera is doing a great job at setting things up, even under the turret, like we just saw him do previously. Let's take a look at the items here, how they're falling into place for both teams.
All right, I want to look at the 2 gold laners. Already up to 3 core items for the Granger. Went into the Sea Halberd route after the Sky Piercer. While Kelra only has 2, but of course the Holy Crystal is a very expensive investment. He does have the Starlium and the Feather of Heaven, so he's good in that regard. You saw that the Harith is getting to the point where you can just brute force Harith it, where it's like 3 versus 1, 4 versus 1. As long as I got my Zaman Force, it's okay. I can try to make things happen, and that's where he is right now in terms of his items.
But for Twisted Mind, the counter of Hajizi with the clutch Nether Realm, but wait a minute! But still, Tsunami Slam already connected. Brusco goes from the back with a fist break, fist crack combo. Kelra being able to free hit. Escalera might be the first man down, but Hajizi again with a clutch Nether Realm.
He threw it while he was flying, and now ONIC Philippines looks like they're gonna fly.
King
With
Kong.
this battle, King Kong flies into the back, and he wants more, but MP the King survives.
Used up already the Tempest of Blades, and what a turnaround again for the defending champions.
That little moment just gave them a whole lot. Goodbye 3,000, 4,000 gold deficit that ONIC Philippines had to work with. And that was what, Kirk, that started it all.
Yeah, that was a split-second delay that favored and turned the tides for ONIC. I mean, Flicker casted, Tsunami Slam already used up, but Kirk was able to use the onward to delay the attack of Twisted Minds.
I thought it would be a moment where Escalera, the animation of the title strike is still going to lock in, but no, it seems like he just jumped into the arms of the mech of Edith, got thrown on his head, and then suddenly Twisted Minds was like, wait a minute, how did that happen? And ONIC Philippines just took over. That was crazy. I haven't seen that interaction.
Hey man, they don't call him the Kirk attack for nothing.
Yeah.
That was something that an architect would basically do. They put together perfectly. But now from this point, Lord's going to be worked on. The shield will pop. Tier 2 turret.
This is my my addition to the abbreviation dictionary.
All right.
I'm one of the few ones to, send submissions. That's my first one. Hopefully it gets accepted.
Hopefully. Who's the deciding factor of that?
I believe it's Leo and
Leo?
Mirko.
Okay.
Mostly Leo, because he's the one who started the whole thing,
Yeah,
I think.
Leo's Mr. Abbreviation, man. Right now, the Lord is up, though.
Minions.
James going to go in forward.
Okay, Twisted Minds forced to fight. Minions are there for on behind, but Brusco again Connects with the flicker.
Oh, an
This
arrow.
got combo to bring down James. The arrow connects onto Escalera. King Kong just playing with his prey. Forced out the nether realm. Templars and Blades will connect. Kelra from the back as well. They're just bringing down bodies for the side of Twisted Minds. In a 4-kill swing for ONIC. MP the King trying to delay, but ONIC says 2-0.
That with Haji on this Farsa.
Right, so overall, if this is the biggest surprise that Twisted can do, by the way, just a reminder, this is do or die for Twisted right now. They lose this match, ONIC is the one going tomorrow, and we will see if there is going to be some fight in this Twisted Minds lineup. Let's throw it over to our caster.
Minds with the sentry.
Yep, so they're just going to go ahead and pop the diversion. They already know, the plan was foiled. We got to go back from this. And so it's ultimately just grab your buffs while you can, and maybe we'll meet at the Lord here as they go ahead and get ready. 26 minutes in. Gold lead, it pretty much doesn't matter at this point. What really matters is how it's executed with the tools they have. And realistically, it just seems like ONIC Philippines has had some trouble getting to these targets. The Immortalities, they really haven't been able to even pop some of them in some of the exchanges that they had because there's just so much mobility you could see from Twisted Minds too. So once again, kind of just staring off here for this Lord. It's going to be quite a bit of work to actually take this one down already. And the waves, you see the mid lane, it's going to be met with that wave, that fresh wave pushing in. They still have to clear it though, and they can always rely on Super Friends, and that's why you have them staying so close to Super Friends so that he can just kind of send in who he needs with that diversion.
Twisted Minds.
Diversion, where's it going?
Okay, they're going to wait for the diversion though. ONIC was able to clear out the minions down bottom, so they have enough time to actually make a play here. Still, they don't know where they are. Diversion is there. They're going to send him back.
Unchecked.
Oh, MP's there though. He sees them.
Brusco already committed.
Oh,
the combo!
my goodness.
And Kelra got eliminated immediately. Twisted Minds was ready for the attack of ONIC.
Blasted ONIC Philippines. The gambit, it didn't work with King Kong. King Kong found MP the King.
Okay, but in exchange, Super Friends also got taken down. King Kong on the Shadow, Escalera on the chase alongside Outplayed, Kirk with the AOG. Beautiful cast over the Ouija Shadow Kill. Will he be able to escape though? As James working on Brusco. Kirk caught in the crossfire there. Had Cheesy used up the feathered airstrike. Good pin down there from Outplayed to force out the Immortality. Winter Crown Blade. Is this enough time bought for the Sonics?
That might have been enough time. I mean, now with Twisted Minds 4 members up, they can force into the base. They know, what do we got? 30 seconds away for Kelra and Super Prince. It's Brusco and King Kong only.
Okay. James, Hajizi, Spear of Destruction is not going to connect, but the minions are here and backs against the wall. Twisted Minds, they don't care. They extend the series.